the stock market, meaning companies, new highs.
I'm not fucking leaving. The show goes on. Nuts. They're nuts. They know nothing.
An online network called Internet.
Well, it's very hip to be on the internet right now.
Oh, welcome, my degenerates. The rest of your life starts right now on Market Mania. We are the no bullshit approach to all financial markets, including political betting, Bitcoin, Top Shots, and the largest casino in the world, the U.S. stock market. Today on Market Mania, we're back after a week off. We're going to get to the bag once again. Coinbase coming to market soon. Bitcoin's in motion. We got other NFTs, but the top story of the day, Brett Ritchie, NBA Top Shot has taken over the news, the crypto space, the DFS space it creeped into. What the hell is going on here?
Yeah, this is a really wild run for NBA Top Shot, and we covered this on the show a few weeks ago, and I was not, I guess, as familiar with it as I've become, and it's this huge phenomenon, right? This is crypto's breakout app. Everyone's always like, when is crypto going to have a breakout app? It is here. It's NBA Top Shot. It's growing massively. It is basically digital trading cards on right now NBA players, but they're going to scale out into other leagues and verticals eventually. The total market cap for these cards is 1.6 billion right now, and people, it's going up every day. Like people, there's just a lot of money flowing into this system, and they haven't really released any new material in a while, and so it's creating this crazy demand for the early editions. It's crypto, so they're limited edition, and you see here LeBron is the most expensive player. Luka's up there. It's really interesting, Mycon. I know you've been in these streets as well, playing around with Top Shot. What do you think about this?
I mean, definitely don't know as much about NBA as you do. So a lot of these names are new to me. Obviously, I know LeBron, and it's $250,000 for a Zion Williams #1 when there's sometimes 300, sometimes 15,000 of a card made. I'm jaw on the floor for this one. There was like 10 million in sales like 2 days ago, then 15 million, then like 27 million the last 24 hours or something.
That's not even last 24 hours. That's since midnight London time or something. I will say this: I've never been more bullish on anything. I really get this. It's the gamified trading that everyone's come to know and love from their Coinbase and Robinhood account with an NBA skin on it. To me, the real excitement here is the marketplace. The NFTs themselves, I think it's cool. It's a good way to like prove digital ownership. But the real, $1 trillion idea or business is around this marketplace. And so to me, these guys are, people talk about the physical trading goods sector, like what that market cap is. To me, the competitors are Coinbase and Robinhood. And actually, I'm so bullish on Dapper Labs. I think they have a shot to join that Facebook, Google tier of business past some of these other people that might be competitors. I just super bullish on this product. And
that is a strong statement. You have a $1 trillion market cap in Bitcoin just over, and Facebook being like, I don't know, 66% of that or something now, or 70, I don't know the current valuation, but Dapper Labs, ladies and gentlemen, there's a call here. And Andreessen Horowitz backed. I believe they took some really sharp money.
They raised like 12 million right after CryptoKitties, and everybody's like, that's too much because Ethereum doesn't scale, and they proved a lot of people wrong. They just raised 250 million at a $2 billion valuation that everybody was trying to get into. So their coin is the only thing I'm a little not as bullish on it, because only 2% of the supply is circulating, and it's still trading at like a 600 million valuation. The total non-diluted market cap for their coin flow is like 30 billion. So even there, I think it's probably going to go up because people are going to keep trading it, but I'm a little skeptical to get involved due to that.
Tried to dig into the Flow blockchain, haven't dug very deep there. It is its own. You were right though. You said Ethereum didn't scale right. The fees are through the roof there. The whole DeFi craze is just eating up gas prices. Yeah. And so, I'll make my own blockchain. And I haven't read much about the Flow blockchain. I do know that Top Shot is certainly the dominating force in it, and I don't even know if there's anything else on there. I don't know much about it, but yeah, I didn't even know there was a token for it. What is it? It's Flow, FLOW?
Yeah.
All right, well, we'll have to dig into that one for you later, but you can see the Top Shot sales are going nuts. It is digital basketball cards. Why is that important? Well, it's supply demand, like Brett was saying, where if the NBA is sort of a worldwide audience, if every kid wants a Top Shot, that's what they think. These kids these days, the last 10 years or so, they grew up with skins. That's like the important thing. They didn't get pogs like we did, Brett. They got skins.
Yeah, I never did pogs. I had magic cards in baseball.
Yeah,
well,
I mean,
I'm glad
also
you mentioned magic cards
for
because
pogs, but
things like magic cards and comic books are the next place where this is going. I mean, it's only a matter of time. Before we get there, though, we do have some other pretty interesting NFTs, non-fungible tokens, just like these Top Shot. So, Brett, what's going on here with the Nyan cat? I can't believe
Nyan
cat.
So, honestly, there's the sort of art world or digital art world is going really crazy. If you think Top Shot is wild, you should check out some of the stuff going on in the art world. This thing sold for like $500,000. There's a ton of stuff that is like some band didn't tour all year and they did some quick little auction and like they were like, wow, this replaced all the money we lost from not touring in the whole year without COVID. The CryptoPunks, which were the original NFTs on Ethereum, I forget the token ticker, ERC like 751 or something.
721s.
720. So it's the first ones minted there. They've gone nuts. You could buy them for like cents or dollars last year, and the floor now is I think like $40K to get one, and they go up to like 2 million. Take it with a grain of salt because it's very easy to wash trade some of these sales. If I have one, I can just take another ETH account. Granted, I need to have 2 million in it, but we'll pretend for a minute, and then fire the 2 million at myself, and it looks like a legitimate sale, but it's just me trying to pump the price up myself. So be a little cautious. I will say on Top Shot, there is an extremely liquid market. If you haven't played around with it, you'll be shocked at the liquidity. And I think people want to trade these things. People are voting with their wallets. And one of the cool things, I think, if you were an early adopter of Top Shot or of CryptoPunks, you essentially, as long as you held or traded and were active, you turned almost nothing into, or whatever you put in, could have been as low as almost nothing, into 6 figures or 7 figures. And if you look at more traditional businesses, say Uber, for example, if you're one of the first 1,000 drivers, if you're one of the first 1,000 riders that really bootstrap that network, you got nothing for it. Like, to me, those people should all be millionaires, and businesses are now sort of creating with these tokens in mind that will give some sort of ownership of something within the business to people that are going to be early adopters, and you can actually be rewarded for being one of the first people into something that takes off, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, and I do see those correlations between early crypto time for a few different projects. There's now so many projects out there that I can't keep tabs on them. I don't remember the CryptoPunks the first time around. And I mean, I play little NFTs. I mean, you play a little Decentraland, you play a little Neon District, or you kind of like followed some of the projects that have been here for a couple of years, and like that one. I had some crypto. I had some Pepes. I don't know if anybody remembers the counterparty Pepes, rare Pepe wallet, but that didn't seem to make it into the into the multi-million NFT craze. But damn,
I bet they're pumping now. I haven't looked. I'll bet they're pumping the rare Pepes.
Dust off your counterparty wallets and see if that Bitcoin, if the op return still works on the BTC chain to do counterparty transactions. There's an old name for you, but yeah, this is definitely, people want it. I really do hope that like the price can, like, to trade one will start to fall, so you can like have like $1, $0.50, like little in-game items, and like really kind of make that work.
Those exist. There's other chains, like Ethereum is just not going to work for consumer apps, and everyone says wait for layer 2. It's been 3 years. Everyone keeps saying it's around the corner. I'm done waiting for
BNB chain.
Yeah, Binance Smart Chain is crushing. So like Binance, you can do those sort of transactions.
I wonder.
In my opinion, Ethereum is in danger. At least about that sort of mass audience. I think it'll still be the whales playground that might be still leading in innovation, but in terms of like where the actual consumer adoption is happening, you see it on Flow with Top Shot, you see it on Binance Smart Chain with a lot of the DeFi stuff that they pretty much just copied from Ethereum, but the people don't care. They just want cheap transactions.
I was reading about Matic too. I don't know. We're gonna have to get like a layer 2 like token expert on or something just to school us, or we're going to crack the books and do some research in the current state of the market. Bitcoin, which has been dominating the news for the last couple of months here, and certainly since the start of the year, it dips 10%. You wouldn't know it because it already bounced back like 4,000 or something, 3,500. But that is a hell of a dip. It touched 58K-ish yesterday, day before yesterday. I don't know. It's coming fast and furious. Looks like we got a Sunday tick of 58.3. And then if you found after the cascading liquidations on all the different leverage trading sites, we found, I think, a 49K price or something like just a couple hours ago. And thank you very much, Tony, for that. What can we get down there? Can we get in that valley? Can we get in that little crevice right there?
I think I got
52.
24-hour low is 50 something. If you look on the right,
yeah.
Oh yeah.
I saw a 49 something flash on one of the sites, but obviously cascading liquidations doesn't really reflect spot price. But it did bounce and it did dump, and Elon's tweeting about it, and it has run up 70% since just the start of the year.
Sounds exactly like when he said Tesla was too high. That didn't stop anything. It had a 24-hour dump and then just took off. So now I think the reason for Tesla and Bitcoin going up are related, but one's more sustainable than the other. I just think,
Can you pull up that tweet?
Oh yeah, here we are. Oh, let's see. Well, I don't have Elon's tweet saying it's too high, unless you sent that to me somewhere here. But
if you scroll up, it's up the scroll uppy. The scroll uppy, and I click on. Oh.
Well, I've got this one where he's responding to. Oh, there we go.
Oh, there you go. There
BTC
you go.
and ETH do seem too high. So, of course, Peter Schiff jumps in. And, of course, he's shilling gold. Now, I love Peter Schiff, and I've learned a lot from him. But I think I've learned everything I can learn from Peter Schiff. Basically, buy gold in tough times. Got it. But he doesn't seem to understand Bitcoin. He doesn't love it. His own son will get on. Spencer Schiff, he's a good follow. His own son will get on and flame Peter every time he comes out and tries to take out Bitcoin or give it any grief at all. Now, Elon jumping back in. I love this response. An email saying you have gold is not the same as saying you have gold. I mean, if you buy gold from Peter Schiff, he just basically sends an email saying, got it here for you. So that's a good point, too. I mean, when the shit hits the fan, just like BTC, not your gold, in your own possession, it's really not yours. And with BTC, not your keys, not your coins. So these comparisons keep happening between BTC and gold. I don't know if they're fair.
Yeah,
I didn't even know Peter's business. Peter that bank, it just holds gold. Then you just essentially get a Peter Schiff voucher for it.
Yeah, you can even use like a Visa credit card against your gold, I think. But
he's his. By the way, I giving him all this attention. Everyone on Twitter has made him a ton of money. Being the most famous gold bug Bitcoin skeptic, his fund has gone crazy with new customers that are giving this guy money because he seems like the gold expert. So his anti-Bitcoin stance has been extremely lucrative for Peter Schiff. So he's going to keep doing it, The
whole world is marketing, but it's getting harder and harder to make that point, just to be like, oh, it's down. It's like all the way down to 50K. Like I mean,
will say this.
That's a tough
yeah.
play.
And people were victory lapping in 2018. Like, this is why when it dropped like 5K, like, this is why I was always against it. It's like, buddy, you were shorting it. You were saying this sucks at 100. You don't get to take a victory lap here.
And you surely not at 50K. When it flippens gold, maybe that'll be something. It's refreshing to hear Tony say that, like, he's learned all. It looks to the Bitcoin guys like he's a carnival barker, but like, to the gold guys too, it looks like the information may be sound, but you just
Bitcoin
keep retweeting it.
Fall again back to like $7,500 range, and Peter Schiff will be out there saying the same shit. But at 7,500, I am aping in even harder into BTC because someday it won't even be measured in the price of US dollars. That's the point here. So
it'll be measured in Top Shots.
yeah, exactly.
It'll be measured in LeBrons. It is the LeBron ratio. Coinbase is going to, here's our stock market story for the day. Coinbase is about to direct list, and obviously SBF and the FTT people can already trade a derivative of what that share price will be. 100 billion is the valuation target. They will direct list NASDAQ private market data, which I guess you have to be super duper rich to play in that pool, to swim around in that pool. I assume you can't just make that on your Robinhood account and just ape into Coinbase shares pre-IPO.
You got to know
That's
a guy
always
who knows
a filthy
a guy.
little thing. You have to know a guy, Goldman Sachs high net worth account. You got to do something. And it says 373 per share for a cool 100 billion for Brian Armstrong and everybody not woke enough to exit Coinbase before the IPO in a couple of months. That is bananas.
Yeah,
Kronk, what do you think? What do you think, Tony? Tony, are we buying here? 100 Bs?
Well, I think this is pretty fair. The NASDAQ private market, like you said, isn't available to anybody. But who's selling these shares? It's people that got Coinbase shares early on. They're maybe trying to get out. They just want to cash out and go retire somewhere. So what do you do if you want to sell your shares before they're available publicly? Well, you go to the private market. Or you can jump over to FTX and buy futures. And these track really well with basically what the price will be on the stock market also. And right now they're at 406.81. Looks like somebody bought at around 446 for that Coinbase IPO. So we're getting a pretty good idea what this is going to look like when it hits the public market. Now with IPOs, they typically start high, they drop a little, but then some of the like SPAC IPOs we've seen recently, once they drop and people take their profits, then they take off. I think the same will be for Coinbase. So it's just a great space to be in.
You're looking at a relatively illiquid market on FTX there. They do have these really cool product, the derivatives of stock prices, of stock shares, essentially. And it's super cool product. When GameStop back there was halted, you could still be firing on FTX. FTX doesn't halt. So it was just kind of interesting. And the Airbnb IPO, you could have played that. But it seems like I've been watching these casually. It looked like they were way artificially high, of everybody just so excited about it. It's like excited enough that you would buy derivative shares on FTX. Like you just can't wait. So it doesn't seem like anybody's like out there like, oh, I can't wait to short Coinbase. Oh, I can't wait to like bet negative. I can't wait to like sell. I don't know. It just seems like it's like super bullish, but that, it's still a market, still interesting. And we will see what next week this month.
I have no idea.
Coinbase direct lists. Maybe next month. Soon.
100 billion is like the floor, right? I feel for any of this. Airbnb, Robinhood, Coinbase, like the big flagship, Roblox, 100 billion.
100 billion for Roblox? 100 billion is a new floor for everything? Top Shot fucked your head up.
Top Shot's going to be.
Top Shot's got your head crazy.
When Dapper hits $1 trillion in 3 years, remember this show, by the way. But this is Coinbase is the Dapper, is the Top Shot competitor, by the way. So I'm interested to see what's going to happen there.
It is very, very interesting, and we will see Brian Armstrong will be ringing that bell on the floor pretty soon, and then you'll cash me outside. How about that?
That's right.
Moving along, we are going to get to the bag. We always help you here on Market Mania do so. And Tony, open up our mailbag, reach deep into your sack, and see what we got.
First one was for you, Mycon. It was regarding Sushi Swap, and that came in from Connor Fitzmaurice. What's your thoughts on Sushi Swap?
Connor, thanks for watching the show there. We do appreciate all your patronage. And looks like Tony froze himself. That does happen. And nope. He was just in a stoic state.
Still. It's my rest.
Connor, I will.
Body.
Full disclosure, I do have a little bit of sushi staked into the sushi bar, made at X Sushi, and now collecting my harvesting. I actually don't even know how Sushi Swap completely works, but I do know that sushi token is good for some of the fees. similar to Uniswap, some sort of a fork or a copy where they have you offer liquidity pairs there. But I think, hand up, you're going to want to do your own research here, that sushi token, not just a governance token, gets some of the sushi. Don't really understand how it works. Not going to lie to you.
Yeah, they get a piece of the fees somehow.
So
but it's huge.
The way it works is, and I actually, just over the weekend, I created a Rye Ethereum liquidity pool pair using SushiSwap. Or actually on Uniswap, and SushiSwap works very similarly. And the problem
what kind of a fee? What'd you pay? What'd you pay to create the pair?
Too damn much, and that's the problem. The only reason I made the Rye Ethereum pair is because I think Rye is going to be getting a token drop here very soon for those creating those pairs. But if it wasn't the implied promise of a token drop, there's no way I would have done that because the fees are crazy, and Ethereum needs to figure this out. I think XDAI Stake is a real good scaling solution for Ethereum. They've had a lot of promise, and they've been shooting up a lot lately, but it's not the full solution, and all of us crypto guys need to take a hard-nosed look at this whole space, because if it doesn't scale, it's not going anywhere. It's going to zero, and it will only have very limited use case, and we're just not there with any part of this. So
that's a little bit too pessimistic for my taste. Just humans over time, you just look back the last 100 years, last 30 years especially, and like you just solve problems. Humans been running around solving problems.
Well,
created cryptocurrency.
Well, the problem is solved if you look at Binance Chain. The difference is they've sacrificed decentralization, as somebody in the chat said, Jeff S. Binance Chain and Flow are not decentralized. LOL, their cheap transactions are smoke and mirrors, which I agree to some extent. Ethereum really optimized for decentralization at the expense of scalability. And so
sure.
They're not as decentralized, but the people don't care. They care way more about a cheap transaction rather than something's fully decentralized. Like this hybrid decentralization, consumers are completely fine with that model. And so I think that
the Binance Chain does show a lot of promise. SushiSwap, Uniswap. SushiSwap has a hell of a beginning story with the guy rugged everybody, but then SBF comes and saves the day. It's actually crazy. Now we talk about it like it's like a Uniswap.
I love that rugged is just a word.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
You love that SBF is just a word?
No, rugged. That's just
rugged. Yeah.
That's just joined everyone's vocabulary.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. The rug pull. The rug. Yeah, they got rugged. And then they got unrugged. It was one of the very few unruggings out there in the SushiSwap beginning, humble beginnings. But anyway, super, super interesting project. Decentralized finance, DeFi, as everybody's calling it. It actually does work on SushiSwap and Uniswap. You can make trades there. You can buy your favorite ETH token for ETH and vice versa. And without having to ask anybody and without having to ask permission, and it's just on a smart contract. No one can really tell you no if you have access to the ETH network. Super world changing, awesome shit happening. Agree, the fees need to go down, and I think you might be right. Other projects might eat that lunch. I'm not sure. I don't see this.
Sorry, I was just going to say the other question we got today, I don't know much about this. Maybe you guys do. It's having quite a run. They were asking about FRX. That came in from... I lost it here. But do you guys know much about this? Looks like another SPAC.
Forest Road Acquisition Company. It is some Disney executives, something or other. Here's 300 million. Okay. And then they're doing they're either splitting or joining with some other SPAC. I have no idea. I like the name Forest Road Acquisition. It sounds cool. I don't know what it does. I don't know anything about it. Again, I feel like Alex Weiss when he tweeted, if you truly understand crypto, it's irresponsible not to have 100% of your net worth in crypto. Just replace crypto with Top Shot. That's where my focus is right now. You want to talk about the Forest Road Acquisition Company. I'm going to talk about Kevin Durant's jumper over in the Top Shot streets.
Plus one, have no clue here. I read a little thing today, 144 new SPACs came to market in a day or a week, the last week, a very short period of time. So everybody's aping into SPACs. We get that. And the market will, of course, then supply and demand. There's so much demand for SPACs, then those iBankers and everybody else will just sweep up some SPACs for you to ape on into and make them worth immediately more than whatever money they just put in.
Supply and demand, indeed,
that-
but I'm not sure it's demand for
Crazy.
SPACs. I think it's supply of U.S. dollars that's causing all of that to happen. But that's
Causing a lot of this, yeah.
Well, you could blast it anywhere. You could blast it at the S&P. You could blast it at index funds. But these gamblers want SPACs. They want SPACs.
Get it all over their face.
SPAC everywhere. They want a SPAC on their face. That's what they want. That's what they want.
All right,
Is that the
boys,
bag?
sack is empty. Speaking
Empty
of
the sack?
SPAC on your face.
Okay, well, we got tweets from Shane Schleger, Bob Orr, and the boys, and then, Krantz wants it. And they were missing it, but we are back. We are going to do it for you again today with the Market Mania pick of the day.
Drop it like it's hot. Everybody stack. I'm stacking to the top.
Pick of the day. Do your own research. This is not investment advice. Tony, the producer, what do you got for us today?
I have. Sorry, I didn't even have it pulled. My own pick of the day. I didn't even have it pulled up. Let me get that going here. And I really
Reach
have
deep
been.
into your sack and pull out your pick of the day.
That's
It's somewhere
right.
at the bottom,
There we are.
usually. Yeah.
There we are. Pan American something silver. Yeah, this is a silver mining company. So you're not quite buying the actual silver itself, but the mining companies are about to see a massive uptick because there's just not supply out there, and these guys are going to have to kick it into high gear to provide the supply. So I'm really big on Pan American Silver Core, and I think you should too.
A silver pick. Gotta love it. Tony, the producer. Good for a silver pick here and there. Brett Ritchie, pick of the day.
I'm going over to NBA Top Shot. I like Spencer Dinwiddie here. Everything is insane. The cheapest card you can get over there, they're called Moments, but it's $25. This guy is a really good player, kind of maybe like fringe all-star level kind of player. He's an investor in Top Shot. He's on one of the best teams in the league with Durant and Kyrie and Harden, and he's hurt right now, so his price is quite cheap, and I think that you could do a lot worse as sort of an entry point in the Top Shot than buying in my opinion, an undervalued card of one of their investors.
That's amazing. I didn't know that the NBA players were investing in Top Shot. That's crazy. That could actually end up really padding your stats. I'm just thinking about this from Jack.
We
Where he has to add
throw
all
it
this
out
up.
for Zach. That's fine. We can ignore it for the.
No, I think
spreadsheet.
it's good. What do you mean? What do you mean?
It's a liquid market, man. Like that's real
what I'm
money on
saying.
there.
I think you
Yeah.
get that. It's going to be
Okay.
great. I just want you're going to hit it out of the park. I just got to now. I'm going to go BCH, which I think is also going to go up in value. But I just think you might have been timing this Top Shot market. I might have been wasting a valuable pick of the day, like during this parabolic Top Shot move. And I'm just going to, it's just, my mind just isn't right now.
So you can catch up tomorrow.
Yeah, God, but I mean, I don't know. I feel the LeBron that I buy at $100, it's $2K now. I don't know, man. I mean, now you're selling the top of your Top Shots for the pick of the day. But anyway, BCH, it has pumped a little bit with the rest of the market, but then it took a big dumper today. And then, 615, put that in the list, Jack. Do you remember that? Remember the BCH 615? Because this is actually more usable in a transactional sense. So we'll see. We shall see. And that's going to do it. Thank you very much. We took a week off back there. Tony had to bury his silver. Takes many truckloads, not quite as fungible as digital assets, but he's back. He's bad. He did it. Not going to tell you where. Not going to tell you where it's buried. But we will tell you, leave you with a little one from, the Fugees and your girl Lauryn Hill and from just the Ready or Not track that everybody, knows that's our age. Goes like this. I play my enemies like a game of chess. Where I rest, no stress if you don't smoke cess. Less, I must confess, my destinies manifest. In some Gore-Tex and sweats, I make treks like I'm homeless. Like and subscribe right here on YouTube. Follow us at Market Mania Show on Twitter and TikTok. And we'll see you tomorrow, if there is a tomorrow. But for now, it's lights out.
Lights out.
I never sleep if I don't have my medicine. I never sleep if I don't have my medicine. I never sleep if I don't have. I never sleep. I never sleep if I don't have my medicine. Time to right the wrong. So your hands in the air if you like the song. If you're going over there, take it twice as long. Last time ain't talking about Tylenol. Oh, I bet you'd like to know. You can come around the way if you're trying to go. If you want to switch lanes for a pot of gold.
you're a domino, out of control. The usual, get mad cause I'm looking at your girl.
Switch it up.
I do it so much louder than everything you've heard. Everybody heard, got the word that the world wasn't turning. Act like you're in a jury, power of attorney where I would turn in. Can't lie like it's Mississippi burning. Don't act like you're in a daze. I imagine should've looked the other way. Couldn't clear space on my mind, was afraid of the time. Strobe lights like in the moonlight. I'm in the mood right now, how about tonight? My interview's tight now, I was